Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sapna Dadwal. I'm working as a professor in the Department of Management. I'm working at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This is my first lecture of organizational behavior of Unit 1. This organizational behavior is taught in BBA second semester. The topics I'm going to cover in this lecture are definitions of organizational behavior, elements of organizational behavior, features or nature of organizational behavior, scope of organizational behavior, objectives of organizational behavior, importance of organizational behavior. First, I'm starting with why this subject is taught as a subject to the students. Why the knowledge of this subject is important for the individuals. Why? What is the reason behind this? Why this is a added to the curriculum of BBA student as a subject and taught in BBA second semester. The first significance is it helps the individuals to understand their behavior and others' behavior who are working with the individuals or with whom the individual is interacting with. It helps in creating a motivated atmosphere also and helps in predicting others' behavior to whom we are interacting or with whom we are working. It also helps in getting a perspective of human values, ethics, etc. Communication in the form of persuasion, coaching, mentoring, goal setting, negotiation, conflict handling, creating effective organizational culture. To study organizational behavior is very important for all these, because of all these, like communication. We study communication in organizational behavior. What are the channels, what are the benefits of open communication or both ways communication? So how coaching is important, how mentoring is important, how to set goals, how to do negotiations, how conflict can be resolved, how to create a positive culture in the organization. So we all study these topics, these theories in the organization. So the knowledge of OB helps in understanding the fellow workers with whom we are working. We OB helps us in understanding and in predicting their behavior. Then organizational behavior involves the study of attitude, perception, learning, and moral ethics at individuals' point for understanding stress, conflict, intergroup behavior, decision making at different levels. OB is must. Knowledge of OB's theories is must to understand conflict and intergroup behavior. So OB is very important subject and it helps everyone in understanding their own behavior as well as others' behavior. It helps in predicting others' behavior. So when we can predict the other behavior, we can act and take decisions accordingly. Now, starting with the introduction of OB. Organizations, first I want to start what is organizations. Organizations are indeed people who interact to accomplish shared objectives. Organizational behavior deals with systematic study of human behavior in an organizational environment. It can simply be summed up as the study of people at work. So organizational behavior is concerned with group dynamics, how an individual performs in a group, how leadership affect organizational functions. So OB is a combination of two words, organization and behavior. So I'm starting with the definition of organization. So organization, it is a group of people who are collected to work for a common goal with collective efforts. Organization works through two concepts, coordination and delegation among its group members. So delegation is necessary to allocate group members with equal work according to their capability, and coordination is required to achieve organizational goal with precision. So it is very clear from this what organization is. Now the second word, behavior. It is a verbal or physical response shown by a person as a consequence of the impact of his or her surroundings. Individual behavior varies in accordance with their mental reactivity to particular circumstances because of their deeply imbibed moral and value systems. So behavior is certain. If we all know that all human beings are different, and all human beings, they behave differently. They are different from each other. Their behavior is different from each other. So their behavior depends upon their moral and value system. Now, organizational behavior is about people at work in all kinds of organizations and how they may be motivated to work together in a more effective ways. Now, definition of organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is the systematic study and application of knowledge about how individuals and groups act within the organization where they work. OB draws from other disciplines to create a unique field. So, according to Fred Luthans, organizational behavior is directly concerned with understanding, prediction, and control of human behavior in organization. So it is very clear from this definition. Organizational behavior is the study of both group and individual performance and activity within an organization. This area of study examines human behavior in a work environment and determines its impact on the job structure, performance, communication, motivation, leadership, etc. Now, elements of OB. OB is the field of study that integrates behavioral sciences like psychology, anthropology for the study of human behavior in the organization. So there are three internal elements of the organizational behavior. These are people, technology, and structure. So I'm starting with first one, people. The people constitute the internal social system of the organization. They consist of individuals and groups. Groups may be large or small, formal or informal, official or unofficial. So they are dynamic. Groups are changing. They always change. They form, change, and disband. They form, change, and disband. So human organization changes every day. Today it is not the same as it was yesterday. It may change further in the coming days. So people are living, thinking, and feeling, being who created the organization and try to achieve the objectives and goals of the organization. Thus, organization exists to serve the people, not the people exist to serve the organization. So people are very important element of the organization, because people make the organization doesn't make the people. Now, the second element of organizational behavior is structure. Structure defines the sole relationship of people in an organization. Different people in an organization are given different roles and they have certain relationship with others. It leads to division of labor so that people can perform their duties or work to accomplish the organizational goals. Thus, everybody cannot be an accountant or a clerk. Work is complex and different duties are to be performed by different people. Some may be accountant, others may be managers, clerks, peons, workers, etc. So all are so related to each other to accomplish the goals in a coordinated manner that all work to achieve goals. Thus, structure relates to power and duties, structure related to delegation of authority, structure related to responsibilities and authorities between people. Now, the third element of organizational behavior, that is technology. Technology imparts the physical and economic conditions within which people work. With their bare hands, people can do nothing, so they are given assistance of building, machines, tools, processes, and resources. So the nature of technology depends very much on the nature of organization and influences the work or working conditions. Thus, technology brings effectiveness and at the same time restricts people in various ways. So, technology again other very important element of OB, because technology plays a very important role in creating a organization culture. The next topic is feature or nature of OB. Organizational behavior has emerged as a separate field of study. The nature it has acquired is identified as follows. The first one is a separate field of study and not a discipline only. So, by definition, a discipline is an accepted science that is based on theoretical foundation, but OB has a multi interdisciplinary orientation and is thus not based on specific theoretical background. Therefore, it is better reasonable to call organizational behavior a separate field of study rather than a discipline. We all have studied in organization. There is a contribution of sociology, anthropology, psychology, etc., etc. So, a lot of contribution OB is made up of a lot of disciplines. The second is OB is multidisciplinary approach. OB tries to integrate the relevant knowledge drawn from related disciplines like psychology, sociology, anthropology to make them applicable for studying and analyzing organizational behavior. Then it is an applied science. The very nature of organizational behavior is applied. What organizational behavior basically does is the application of various researches to solve the organizational problems related to human behavior. So the basic line of difference between pure science and organizational behavior is that while the science concentrate on fundamental researches, whereas OB, organizational behavior, concentrate on applied researches. Organizational behavior involves both applied research and its application in organizational analysis. Hence, OB can be called as both science as well as an art. Then, next feature of the organizational behavior is it is a normative science. Organizational behavior is a normative science also. While the positive science discusses only cause and effect relationship, OB prescribes how the findings of applied researchers can be applied to socially accepted organizational goals. Thus, organizational behavior deals with what is accepted by individuals and society engaged in an organization. It is not that OB is not normative at all. In fact, OB is normative as well as that is well underscored by the proliferation of management theories. So, OB is normative in science. So, OB is normative science. Then humanistic and optimistic approach. Organizational behavior applies humanistic approach towards people working in the organization. It deals with the thinking and feeling of human beings. Organizational behavior is based on the belief that people have an innate desire to be independent, creative, and productive. It also realizes that people working in the organization can and will actualize these potentials if they are given proper conditions and environment. So, environment affects performance of workers working in an organization. So, it is very clear from this that organizational behavior is optimistic approach and it is a humanistic approach. It is related to human and it always think positive. Then it is a total system approach. So the system approach is one that integrates all the variables affecting organizational functioning. The system approach has been developed by behavioral scientists to analyze human behavior in view of socio-psychological framework. So people's socio-physiological framework makes them complex one and system approaches try to study their complexity and find solution to it. So it is a total system. It is not one system or a part of system. It is a total system approach. Now the next topic is scope of OB. Organizational behavior can be defined as the understanding, prediction and management of human behavior, both individually or in a group that occurs within an organization. The scope of OB integrates three concepts respectively. The first one is individual behavior. So it is a study of individuals' personality, learning, attitude, motivation, and job satisfaction. In this study, we interact with others in order to study about them and make our perception about them. Example, the personal interview round is conducted to interact with candidate to check their skills apart from those mentioned in the resume. So, in OB, at individual level, we try to study individual behavior. Now the next one is, it is inter-individual behavior or at a group level. Inter-individual behavior, it is a study conducted through communication between the employees among themselves as well as with their subordinates. Understanding people's leadership qualities, group dynamics, group conflicts, power and politics. For example, a meeting to decide a list of new board members. So this is an inter-individual behavior. Now comes group behavior. Group behavior studies the formation of organization, structure of organization, and effectiveness of the organization. The group effort made towards achievement of organization's goal is group behavior. In short, it is the way how group behaves. For example, strike, rally, etc. We have seen if one person at individual level may show a different behavior, but at group level he shows a very different behavior. So OB studies behavior of the people at group level, at inter-individual level, and at individual level. Now the next topic is objectives of OB. The main objective of organizational behavior is to understand the human interactions in an organization and find what is driving it and influencing it for getting better result in attaining organizational goals. So the organization in which people work affect their thoughts, feeling and actions. These thoughts, feeling and actions in turn affects the organization itself by affecting their performances. So organization behavior is very important and its goal are as under. The first goal is organizational behavior studies the mechanism governing these interactions, seeking to identify and foster behaviors conducive to the survival and effectiveness of organizations. So following are the objectives of organizational behavior. The first one is job satisfaction, finding the right people, organization culture, leadership and conflict resolution, understanding the employees better, understand how to develop a good leaders, develop a good team, higher productivity. So these are 8 very important identified 8 objectives of organizational behavior. We have already discussed organization behavior's objective is to set up an organization culture, hiring the best people and creating a meaningful connection among them and resolving the conflict, developing the qualities of the employees so that organization can achieve its goals in a effective manner. I'm starting with first objective of organizational behavior, that is job satisfaction. So job satisfaction is understanding organizational behavior and understanding the factors that can foster or hamper job satisfaction, such as physical settings, organizational rewards, punishments, work group characteristics, etc. So job satisfaction in turn can foster higher productivity and reduced turnover while providing more leverage for recruitment of top talent. So job satisfaction is very important objective of organization. Without if for example if the employees of the organization they are not satisfied, this satisfaction will not if they are not satisfied, they will not perform or they will not give 100% of their performance. If they will not give their 100% of performance, then organization will not be able to achieve its goals. So job satisfaction is very important objective of organizational behavior. So organizational behavior tries to understand so what is affecting the satisfaction or job satisfaction of an employee, whether it is organizational reward system, whether it is physical settings, or whether it is technology or other factors are, or whether other factors are there. Then organizational behavior suggests the top management to to improve these factors so that job satisfaction among the employees can be enhanced. Now the second is finding the right people. OB or organizational behavior helps the managers in finding right people for the right jobs. It helps in finding those people who have right attitude and working style for the job. As OB, with the help of theories of OB, we can find right people for the right jobs and with right attitudes. Then then comes organization culture. As organization grows larger, it may become difficult to keep people united and in one direction. So organizational behavior is useful for understanding and designing the communication channels and leadership structures that can reinforce organizational culture. So organization behavior helps the organization in developing organization positive organization culture. The next objective is leadership and conflict resolution. Organizational behavior assists in fostering leadership, proactivity, and creating problem solving environment in the organization. When creativity is allowed, the divergence of opinion is unavoidable, but organizational behavior provides the leadership and arbitrage dynamics required for turning conflict into constructive idea exchanges. So this is only organizational behavior which enhances the leadership and which try to resolve the conflict among the people. The next objective is to understand employees better. Organizational behavior studies and helps the managers in understanding employees. It helps the managers in understanding employees' behavior. So why they are behaving in such a manner, or what are the methods, or what are how they can help employees in enhancing in their behavior in a positive way. And it also helps the manager in predicting the human behavior, how they will behave in future. The next objective is understand how to develop good leaders. Yes, organization theories of organizational behavior patterns help in predicting among the employees who has the potential to become a leader. They also teach managers how to mold these employees so that their leadership potential can be utilized to its fullest. Now, the next objective is to develop a good team. An organization is only as good as the weakest member of its team. It is very important saying. All members of the team work in coordination and must be motivated to work together to achieve the best results. So, the teamwork theories of organizational behavior are an essential tool in the hands of any manager to develop a good teams. Then comes higher productivity. The achievement of all of the above objectives, all the seven objectives. If any manager, if any organization is able to achieve all those objectives, then it leads to achievement of higher productivity or in realizing vision and goals of the organization. If all the theories, principles, or policies are implemented well, then managers can motivate employees, and in turn employees can perform and can give their 100% performance. Then the level and then organization can achieve its goals properly. So the levels of motivation can be different between a good and bad result. So motivation is very important. If the level of motivation is high, then the result will be good. If the motivation of level is low among employees, then definitely the result will be bad. Now, then the next topic is importance or significance of organizational behavior. Following are the importance of organizational behavior. Organizational behavior builds better relationship by achieving people's organization and social objective. We have already discussed in the above topics. Organizational behavior covers a wide array of human resources like behavior, training and development, change management, leadership teams, etc. And with these wide theories, humans managers can predict the human behavior and act accordingly. Then then organizational behavior brings coordination, which is the essence of management. Without coordination, no goals can be achieved. Then the next importance is organizational behavior improves the goodwill of the organization. Yes, there has been so many researchers that shows that the goodwill of the organization is good in the eyes of the people whose culture is positive, whose reward system is better, whose employees motivation level is high. The next importance is it helps to achieve objectives quickly. Then next one is it makes optimum utilization of resources. Then it facilitate motivation. Motivation, yes, organizational behavior theories actually help the manager in motivating employees and their subordinates. It leads to higher efficiency. It improves relationship in the organization. Organizational theories actually help the managers in resolving conflict between employees. So we can say the last importance is organizational behavior is a multidisciplinary approach in the sense that applies different techniques, methods and theories to evaluate the performances. These are the questions which are related to the above slides. If there is any query, you can contact me. Thank you.